Raj. Yes, Raj.
नाम तो सुना होगा.
We're going to try to start a stream, and
God, it's been terrible,
because
y'all. This is our third try.
Oh yeah, and this ugly mug isn't gonna bring in any viewers, so we're gonna have to try to make up for it by being funny or engaging in some way. So
Yo, I am not funny. I'm depressing and just sad as shit.
let's start off by mentioning that we're so
sober.
We're not so sober. We're just so uninteresting that we are sober. That's how uninteresting we are. But we're gonna start on that note.
So this
right there
is some sparkling juice that we bought, sparkling apple and passion fruit because we're halal, and
somewhat
kind of.
And we just had In-N-Out burger today.
Part-time halal. Anyways, so the podcast, honestly, it's something that people have been wanting us to do for a long time, but we've been kind of delaying it because Kitty.
Keep going.
You know what? Okay, it's okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. So, but Mok over here decided to move to Texas, and
Totally worth it.
He stopped it, didn't he?
No, he didn't stop it.
Oh.
Come on, let's keep going.
So yeah, no, he decided to move to Texas, and God, I'm so lonely. I'm so fucking lonely. But I decided to fly out here because why not? And yeah, he has a pretty cool apartment, to be honest with you. I'm really glad I came. But here we are, first episode, and a lot of people wanted this, so here you guys got it. I don't know why you want to listen to my boring ass, but
I just want to know it hasn't even been 2 minutes yet, and I've already finished my
God
class.
fucking damn it.
No
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Don't give me more. What are you doing? I was supposed to practice self-control here.
You have none. Let's just be honest.
But
You'll never have
CD's gotta go somewhere. Okay, we gotta be a little less self-conscious now. Because the idea is if we're talking, we gotta not pretend like we're talking to a camera.
Yeah. So, something I actually really wanted to talk about. And so many people, a few people, my closest cousins know, and a few of my friends know, and I feel like everyone would get a good laugh at it. Some people, trigger warning. It's there's sexual abuse involved in this, but to me it was because it's my personal story and whatnot. I just found the humor in it, and I think that's how I coped with it. But to be honest with you, I was really over it the night that it happened. So in 2016, so you guys know my family, we lived in Michigan our whole lives, but our family in America is from the East Coast, so we're in and out of New York City every couple months. So in 2016, 16, my one of my first cousins over there got married, and we, all the festivities were done and everything, and we had to come back to Michigan the next day. Now, before we left, my aunt wanted to make sure that we bought gifts for everyone for the in-laws and stuff like that. So it is I want to say 8 o'clock at night, and I'm out with my cousins and her friends and stuff like that, and we're going to a Thai restaurant, and originally the plan was to go to the mall and pick something out really quick for those family members as a gift,
right,
for the in-laws as a gift. But we're fuck it, let's go eat, because we some fat asses. But we ended up going to this Thai restaurant, and by the time we leave, it was 11 o'clock, and then I get home, it's midnight, and my cousin's what the hell did you do this entire time? So I'm you know what? It's New York City, the city that never sleeps. There's so much business out there and stuff. So we end up going, so I alone end up getting on a train, and it's the Manhattan-bound N train straight to Times Square, fucking almost 1 a.m., okay? And me, being the dumbass that I am, went inside of an empty train car. I'm the only...
In New York.
Yeah, I'm the only motherfucker inside this train.
What time was it again?
This was 1 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Shadaban should be saying in the morning, 1 a.m. in the morning. To me, that's fucking night. Who the fuck are you guys kidding, okay?
Oh, but that stuff happens.
Anyway, so then I got on this empty train like a dumbass, and then I want to say a couple stops later, some guy comes in through while the train's in motion. You know how there's doors between each car?
Yeah.
So he comes in through this side, and then he sits at the far corner. Damn.
We never did an audio test.
Huh?
Shit.
Well, fuck. If it happens, it happens. So, this guy sits in front of me in the corner, right? And I'm like, I'm just minding my own business. I'm on my phone or whatever. Now, let me tell you guys what I was wearing that night. I was wearing some black, very tight skinny jeans. Unfortunately, you know, I'm a big, chunky guy, so skinny jeans turn to pencil jeans. You know what I'm talking about. And on top of that, I was wearing a black moto jacket. What was it? I was wearing black Converse. You know, the high top ones. I was wearing black Converses, and then I was wearing a pink snapback that said Saucin on it.
Listen, this is like the dude equivalent of like lace lingerie.
Like
he's wearing
a hat that says SAUCIN, Saucin. Anyways, so I'm sitting here. This dude sits across in front of me, and then he gets up and then sits next to me. And then he scoots on over, right? And then
just let him.
He's just sitting next to me, like I'm like, the fuck. Anyways,
New York, bro.
I know. So then he comes up to me, and then he's like, "Hey, you know, where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't want to tell him I'm not from here, because then they'll prey on me, right?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Queens, whatever."
Oh God.
So then he's like, it got really weird. So he's asking me, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "No."
Oh. Yeah, so my computer went to sleep for a bit. So this is a really nice time for it to just take a quick little nap. And I gotta get this exploit back online ASAP. So let's do that, shall we? There we go. Alright, we're back on.
Okay.
When it's plugged in, turn off after never.
No, just put it to 45 minutes.
Nah, fuck that.
Okay. So this guy sits next to me and starts asking me, he's like, "Where are you from?" And I tell him, you know, I'm from Queens, because I don't want him to think like, and I'm not from here or whatever, because that's how they prey on you, you know? And then he's like, "You have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "No." Then he's like, "You have a boyfriend?" I'm like, "The fuck? No." And then he's like, "Okay." And then he's like...
Wait, so what did this dude look like?
He was a fucking Middle Eastern bitch. I have nothing against Middle Eastern people, obviously.
How old was he?
God, I don't know. I was too scared to look, but I'm pretty sure he was like in his late 20s or 30s or whatever. So then he's like, he's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, like, you know, I'm just going, to Manhattan really quick to meet up with some friends or whatever, you know?" Because I just want to lie. I just want to make it look like, you know, people are expecting me, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's when they get, you know, kind of, they just leave you alone.
I drank too much sparkling juice.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
So anyways,
God.
so we're on this. So then he's like, "Oh, why don't you come back with me, you know, to Brooklyn? You know, he lives in some place in Brooklyn. I forgot what he said. He said, "I live in Brooklyn. You know, you should come with me." And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm okay. Like, I have people waiting for me, whatever." And then this guy, here's where it gets really fucking weird, Moki. To this day, like, it doesn't bother me anymore. It's just like, the fuck happened, you know?
Okay.
He has a raging hard-on.
What the fuck? Right next to you.
Yeah, no, right, like, you can see it over his,
dick print.
Yeah. And then he takes my hand, puts it on his hard-on, and then he's like, "My friend, do you like?" And then no, the fuck? And then, like, he saw my reaction.
Did he look drunk?
No, he was just, he saw my reaction, right? And then I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then he asked me for my number. And I got scared at this point.
No, that was a good time to ask him, like, "Hey, do you pick up other folks like this?"
I got scared, dude. Like, I ended up getting scared. So I actually ended up giving him my real number, because I was so scared.
Why would you do that?
No, but listen. Guys, to this fucking day, let me see what I
Look at
have.
that, man. Remember, you don't have to take him out to dinner.
Where's the camera, bro? Where's the camera?
That's the camera. A little bit to the left. There, come on. Almost. But you might want to back it up a little bit.
So it says, so he says his name is Rami, right? And he said he's from Dubai. So I named him as Rami Dubai Molester. Because I was so scared that he was going to text me. He was going to find me on like WhatsApp and Viber and like all these other apps that had my phone number integrated into it and stuff like that. So I had I had saved his number as that so I can block him on all the applications because I was just so fucking scared. to this day, like, I'm just like, yo, the fuck, man. But it's okay. I'm over it. Like, obviously, it was just to me. I found the humor in it. Like,
I mean, he didn't like do anything to you.
No, of course not. Of course,
that's what's
like
important.
to me. Like,
You're
okay,
safe. You're alive.
yeah. So like, trigger warning. I'm sorry. Like, if this, like, if you guys have experienced something like this and it is traumatizing for you guys and stuff.
Not something.
But to me, like, I'm grateful that I was able to, laugh it off and like it didn't affect me psychologically or anything like that. And to me, it was just the whole situation was really weird.
Things get a lot worse out there. This is definitely one of
New York, man. New York fucking city.
More like harder stories.
So we went. I found this booty hole about to burn. Okay, Rami may have not gotten to my booty hole, but Carolina Reaper sure did.
Honestly, no matter how this thing goes, I'm just happy I was able to burp out this sparkling juice. Yeah. How's that first bite? That doesn't look good. Why'd you cough? Hold up. You don't cough unless it's that hot.
Ha!
Why did he cough?
Because I breathed in some of the Cheeto dust.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
You know what you gotta do? This is my first time trying hot puffs, but I've already figured out a technique. This is my specialty with ADHD, guys. He mentioned Cheeto dust, and that inhaling it has caused him to basically experience pepper spray effects. What he should have done is stick it on his tongue and moisten it really good and nice. Like this.
It's not a dick.
Yeah, but you gotta get the sauce to, like, not inhale it. You gotta lick the sauce to keep it from, like, killing you.
Okay, let's talk about... Speaking of all these trigger warnings and, like, abuse and stuff like that, let's talk about therapy for a second, because I went to a therapist for the first time.
I went to 3.
Yeah. So earlier this year, I started going to therapy and stuff like that for...
I'm gonna fuck with this Carolina Reaper.
What the fuck was that?
My cat.
Oh, God. Okay, so, like, I'm gonna get real blunt and honest with you. Not, like, my cousins and my siblings know, not my own parents know. So I have body dysmorphic disorder. On top of that, I have binge eating disorder. My therapist has been telling me, she's been kind of helping me through it and everything, and I'm really grateful to her and stuff. I feel like it's helped, and I feel like so many people avoid therapy because, like, oh, I don't need it. I know what they're going to tell me, and I know it's different because it hits different when you have somebody that's constantly rooting for you and checking up on you and giving you that active feedback. When you tell them, hey, I tried this, it didn't work for me or whatever, they're like, how exactly did you try it? Did you try it like this? I think you should.
That's in the camera view. That's fine.
Okay, like, to me, honestly, it's totally worth it. But what's fucking stupid about America is that, unfortunately, therapy is for people that can only afford it.
As a disclaimer for this video, there's actually a lot of things wrong with America and a lot of stupid things about America. We're just going to focus on this one for today.
Yeah. So, it fucking sucks that therapy is a luxury. I'm grateful that, my workplace pays for it and everything like that. My insurance covers it.
Many Carolina Reaper puffs in
Sweet
one go.
Jesus. You know what? You don't need Rami to go up your ass. You got this.
Oh man, this is hot.
But unfortunately, I can't say the same thing for his therapy experience because
stay away from holistic specialists.
Jesus,
I don't know if homeopathy works, and I'm not going to say it doesn't because there have been too many coincidences where my mother sought professional medicine while taking homeopathy at the same time, and so she thinks it works, and I can't say it doesn't. But what I can say is holistic behavioral services have resulted in me being forced to acknowledge my own deeply rooted issues. So, in a sense, I ended up having to become my own therapist, and I should thank my therapist for that. But at the same time, I paid her $800 for her to make me turn into my own therapist.
No, the biggest sign that I knew she was not going to be a good therapist for you was when you told her that you smoked. And I know you. When you smoke your weed, It's like barely, okay? So when he told her that, she officially diagnosed him with, what is it, marijuana dependency or some shit like that.
To be fair, no. So she called it cannabinoid dependency disorder.
That's so fucking stupid.
Hold on, listen. All I dug into this lady's history after I started suspecting her, and it turns out her last, you could say, academic credential was from the 80s. And it wasn't for things like ADHD or anxiety or otherwise other forms of mood, attitude, or other kinds of behavioral disorders that would result from, the spectrum of ADHD and anxiety. Her credentials were with substance abuse.
What a dude. Why the fuck would you get matched with her,
Mind
bro?
you, let me rephrase this again from 1987. That was probably her last academic credential regarding any of that stuff. So, I think it would be fair to say that with about a 33-year difference, I might have had just as much, if not more, qualified experience with my own issues than her. And I'm not saying that, some of you internet scholars out there should feel any more proud about yourselves. And I'm not saying I'm better than any of you internet scholars. And I'm not saying that I'm any more qualified than the therapist that I had. But sometimes your education ain't worth shit if you're not keeping up with it. This is water.
No, I honestly, like, that to me when you told me that, I was like, what the fuck is this lady like, what is she talking about?
I smoked weed one time when I right before I started, but after that I stopped taking it. And I remember I went a whole month, and she was still convinced I had a weed addiction problem. And I told her, I don't do this except for maybe once every other week. And only when I'm having trouble going to sleep. So it's not even like I'm doing this in the middle of the day, recreational.
I'm telling you, bro,
I'm
she
not
was
feeling great. I just need to get some fucking
Your
shut
therapist was absolute trash. And
that's not the worst part. The worst part is whenever I did get really deep into all of my family issues, like deeply rooted hate that I was taught by my father, the psychological instability of being raised by a single, crippled, depressed, somewhat neurotic mother.
Neurotic? What the fuck?
I mean, I'm just kind of being a little bit creative here. But the best part is her solution to all of that was to sit down and meditate. I'm not being stereotypical. That's literally what she did on video call with me. And plus, I'm Desi too, and I am technically allowed to play around with these stereotypes. I'm not appropriating my own culture. This is literally what she did. I'm not exaggerating at all. On that note, it was my PCP who ended up giving me the Strattera generic. Mind you, all he did is ask me, hey, can you confirm that your therapist mentioned that you might have ADHD? Or, she strongly believes it. I was like, yes, she said that I have ADHD. Gave me Strattera, and after, 3-4 months of, this holistic behavioral care, it took only 2 weeks of Strattera for me to finally straighten out. It's almost like it was a magical cure that came out of nowhere. I mean, that being said, it didn't fix me up 100%. I ended up hyper-focusing on the things I didn't want to do. On avoiding the things I didn't want to do. And so there's a long journey to go with it. It's like I've got to find better medication. I haven't found the perfect medication, but that doesn't defer from the fact that despite this medication being only 40 to 50% effective for me, that was at least 80 to 90% more effective than the $800 I paid a behavioral specialist for. So that being said, not a clap at homeopathy whatsoever, but if they're really trying to push on the natural cures, without any verifications, without any certifications, it's probably bullshit. In a lot of cases with homeopathy, no offense.
Sorry, there's a cat.
Unless they can give you the scientific breakdown of exactly how these chemicals interact, by biochem means, I wouldn't trust any of that bullshit. And anyway, that was my therapist experience.
No, luckily, his one was Indian. Was she Muslim?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Which was also great because she was trying to get me to join her little Buddhist cult.
Oh, okay.
And she tried getting me to link up with one of her realtor friends and her cardiologist friends.
Dear God, she's trying to upsell you on
everything. She's really just like, trying to upsell. She paid me. No, she made me pay $800 to tell me to meditate. To recommend me her business friends and their business, so I could pay more. And at the end of the day, she charged my insurance even more. Despite telling me that she was going to try to help me out financially. So basically, I got nothing out of it all.
Okay, so I
did one thing. I picked up meditation.
So I ended up getting...
Oh shit, I left my phone charger in my car.
Oh, damn.
No, I didn't. It's right here.
Oh. So...
Go on.
I ended up getting a Muslim therapist. I didn't know... I didn't get to choose my therapist, to be honest with you. It's just whatever the psychology group chose, you know, and she just happened to be another brown person, and she was Muslim. I think she's Lebanese, and yeah. So and her specialty was eating disorders and stuff like that. So I'm grateful.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So I'm grateful that she was able to assist me because. Like you said, you got paired up with somebody who was a fucking drug, what do you call it? Substance abuse
specialist.
Yeah, and I ended up getting with somebody who focused on health and well-being and stuff like that. So I was lucky. But yeah, when you guys get a therapist, for the love of God, please do your background research. Like, just do the whole research. Find out who they are. Find out. You want your therapist to be as relatable to you as possible. Also, if you are a person of color, especially if you're black, do not get a Caucasian therapist because they will not understand the struggle that you have to go through. They will not understand the barriers that you have.
Any upper class Indians, because they basically think they're the same thing. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to defend myself with that one.
Oh God, here we go. We're gonna get canceled. anyways, no. I'm telling you guys right now, like getting help from somebody, who is relatable to you as much as possible. Their advice, their techniques, their counseling, like it'll hit you much harder.
And once you do find a reputable therapist,
let me know.
Be completely honest with them. Also, yeah, that too. But seriously, be completely honest with them about everything. Try to get them to fully understand your situation so that way they can think with you, not for you. They need to understand how you think before they can help you. So if you are a chronic masturbator, make sure you tell them that.
I don't know what that has to do with... Okay, so let's talk about something really interesting here. And, I didn't think of it until, I want to say like a good month ago. And it was top 3 worst financial decisions you've ever made.
Me?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
School.
Fuck. No, don't tell them. Go to school. But hold on. Let me rephrase that. Because us being brown South Asian, folks, school is not an option for us. We have to go. Our parents, my parents brought me to this country. I wasn't even born here.
You don't have to go to school. You could just go pick up trade.
Let me finish.
Just go to a trade school.
For me, I did
your course.
For me, I didn't have that option. But I do want people to understand that school is not for everyone. College isn't for everyone. It's okay, and that's okay. You don't have to go to college after you finish.
But I'll tell you what, if college isn't for you and you finish it, you know what that makes you? That makes you an absolute badass.
That's true.
You're a bad bitch.
That's true. However, do not ever drop out of high school. Don't ever drop out of K to 12.
Oh yeah, no, finish high school. Just
that's your bare minimum.
Do your research before you decide to go into college.
Because college is expensive, and if you're gonna go to college, go to community college first, because your boy out here is $40,000 in debt just from a public 4-year university.
Oh shit, never mind. I was only $6,000 in debt, and I still say fuck school.
I ain't get no scholarships because of dumbass, but you know what? It's okay.
But let's talk about the college. Let's talk about the school scam. The public.
Wait. Before we go to that,
Maybe for another day.
Yeah. That was your first worst financial decision. What's your second?
Second worst financial decision?
Yeah.
I would have to say agreeing to go with family business that they had absolutely no experience with. Jesus Christ, have some confidence, guys. If you're 18 and you're practically fresh out of high school, ready to, start living life according to your own means, don't go into business right away. And if your family brings it up, seriously, try to make sure that they know exactly what they're doing. If not, don't play the game. It's like playing poker. If you don't know how to play poker and you just dive right into it, you're gonna lose really bad. It's not just a game of luck. There's a little bit of skill involved with it. So when your mom tells you to open up a perfume shop and she doesn't know anything about it, maybe don't.
What is your third most reckless financial decision?
Third most reckless financial decision. Did I already mention the school?
Yeah. Shit.
Damn it. I wish I could just say school for the rest of my life. But third most reckless financial decision. Well, that's kind of that is very what's the word?
Do you want to think on
Yeah,
it?
it's very I think of the word for it. It's very subjective. I want to say investing in Dogecoin.
The fuck?
But I only put $80 into it, so it doesn't count technically. But compared to how much money I had back then when I put the $80 into it, that was pretty fucking reckless. To me, $10 was a lot of money. I mean, I was in high school, but putting $80 of my hard-earned high school money, man, I was the chips and candy hustler,
Oh, sweet
dude, I paid.
He walked around with a jacket with just goodies.
Yeah, man. No, it wasn't a jacket. It was a backpack. But and teachers actually broke into my stash. I had to carry around a knife and shit because.
Bro, where the fuck did you go to school?
Downtown Detroit. What the fuck you think?
Jesus.
But no, that's not why I carried the knife. I just love knives.
Okay, so
I didn't need it for security. The knife had nothing to do with business. But no, seriously, I want to say the Dogecoin was reckless because it never went to the moon. All you Doge fanatics out there, I hope you feel horrible because I've got 20,000 Dogecoins sitting in a wallet somewhere, and now they're worth, I don't know, a couple $100, but I don't know. Anyway, that was like almost 10 years ago. Aside from that, the next most reckless financial decision, if I wanted to be official money-wise, I'd have to say probably video games.
Fair.
But not really. It wasn't that bad.
But, okay.
But I mean, it was a couple $1,000, so maybe.
So, okay. My first worst financial decision is similar to yours.
Cocaine?
No, the fuck?
Oh, never mind then.
No, I'm talking about school. I should have honestly started at community college. I don't know what the fuck I was,
Same.
thinking about going to Wayne State and stuff like that. I shouldn't have gone to university to begin with. I wasted a lot of time at Wayne State, and okay, one semester I failed all my classes, right? And I never withdrew them. I just stopped going, and
That's not smart.
And on top of that, I didn't fill out financial aid. I didn't finalize financial aid because Wayne State kept bullshitting with me.
Man.
So I had to pay $8,000 out of pocket that one semester, and I paid it off.
USA.
Don't come to America, yeah.
Ow.
Oh, I'm fucking sorry.
Stab me with my own pick.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
That hurt. I'm gonna cry now.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna go to sleep in pain. I'm gonna think about what got me to this point.
Okay, so, yeah. So if you guys are planning to move to America or some shit, don't go to Europe.
Don't go to America. Go to Sweden.
Just any country.
No, go to Sweden.
Any country or part of the European Union. Just
go to Sweden.
Don't come to America.
Either there or Canada.
We're not number one in anything other than
Canadians are okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So school was definitely my worst financial decision. Because honestly, I should have just gone to community college and then to university, just finished up there. And secondly, my second most worst financial decision, I want to say was maxing out my mom's credit cards.
Oh shit! Yeah, I gotta go back on the Dogecoin.
Oh God.
I spent more money of my parents' money on on cell phone games.
So I ended up opening credit cards in my mom's name and her social security number.
How the hell did you do that?
Because I know I.
How old were you?
I was like what, 20?
Oh, what the fuck? Wait, why were you doing all that? Did you just admit to fraud on live?
Well, fuck me, yeah. No, because like I was paying all the bills to the house and everything too. I knew all her information. The fuck, let me do it. So I know it's a terrible decision. Like I know now, like and to this day I'm paying for it anyways. But that's the point. To this day I'm fucking paying for it because my irresponsible ass.
But like in a white country where they don't like brown people and they actively will do anything to take us down. I'm exaggerating the fuck out of this right now.
What does that have to But anyways,
I don't know, man. What if you just like have this really angry like Trump supporter who didn't get to go to Capitol Hill or whatever? And they want to take out their frustration on something. They're just like,
oh man, we found this little fucker. He just admitted to fraud. We're gonna take him down instead. Yeah.
At least I ain't trying to marry my sister.
yeah, but you still kind of set yourself up for.
But anyways, okay, so that was my second, and my third was me just being reckless with money in general. Like, I remember one time I lost a $50 bill. I didn't question it. I was like, oh, it's lost. It's gone.
That's it.
I'm fucking terrible.
I don't know, man. I might have lost a paycheck once.
A whole ass paycheck.
I don't know. Maybe.
Jesus. Yeah, so, we're both terrible with money. I only recently... I want to tell you this, guys, right now. I'm 26 years old. I turned 26.
You think we're terrible with money? Have you ever given meth head a check?
Anyways, so I turned 26 2 months ago, right? And I opened up a checking account for the first time last month. Not a check. I'm sorry. I had a check. What the fuck am I saying? A savings account. But last summer, I started investing in stocks and stuff like that. My background's in business and everything, so I kind of had like the whole understanding of how the stock market works and finances and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it came I learned it a little bit too late, but I remember I started investing like $50 here, $100 there, whatever, and basically I had gotten around a good 60% return on investment. So I did phenomenal. Like,
wait, 60% or 160?
160. Yeah.
Ah,
I'm terrible. Yeah. See, I'm not that good at math, but
you mean financial terms?
Yeah.
ROI.
Yeah, whatever. So like I remember,
by the way, he works for the mortgage company. I don't.
So I ended up investing around $1,600, and yeah, my return on investment, like my total return, like with everything, was like $2,000 something. So I knew I did pretty good. Unfortunately, I wish I had done this earlier in my life, so I could have been rich by now. But it is what it is. But yeah, damn.
You good?
Yeah, life is much better now. I
stop making stupid decisions as much like going to college, and you start feeling better about yourself.
But one thing I really do want to say though, travel as much as you can. Money will come and go, but time will only go. Like it's right now, like I understand traveling is a privilege. Not everyone can afford it or whatever.
I don't want to discredit what he's just said, but I do have a friend who's really terrible with money when it comes to traveling.
Oh God, no.
So be careful with your traveling.
Yeah, be careful. Don't do reckless traveling and stuff like that. But
yeah, man, you don't want to end up in Algeria for no reason.
Yeah, Jesus. But no, like I do love to travel, but at the same time I'm like, maybe if I don't travel this month, what the actual fuck?
Alright.
Anyways, so maybe if I don't travel this month, maybe next month I can do something really nice, Am
I gonna die? I don't know how many I ate, yo.
So speaking of travels and stuff like that, I do want to talk about, growing up in Hamtramck. Because hey, let's not discredit where we're from.
That's the reason why I left.
Why?
That shit be toxic as fuck, bro.
Okay. Let's back up a little bit.
No, we back up. Trust me, I'm gonna end up saying some stuff that nobody's gonna like me for.
Let's back up a little bit because Jesus, there's that's a hot button issue with you.
Therapy didn't help with it yet.
By
the way, I might try BetterHelp. This is not a sponsorship, but You guys might want to try it too.
So, I
I haven't tried it yet.
came to America in 1996. It was a cold December night.
I'm endorsing therapy. That's what I'm doing. You guys should totally seek therapy.
As I was saying,
Yeah.
the fuck? Dear God, you do have ADHD.
You thought I was joking about that one?
You need a fucking therapist to tell you that, bitch.
Oh, how do you know it?
Anyways, so it was a cold December night in 1996 when I landed my boater ass in America. Obviously, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was 3 years old. I'm joking, but I'm also not. Like, I was 3 years old when I came to America, and it was December 1996.
But he didn't actually come to America.
I did come to America.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So, my dad was already in America before us. He lived in Florida, and don't know why the fuck he moved us to Michigan after, like, you know, we got our visas and stuff. But we came on a diversity visa. I think they called it a
OP1? H1B?
yeah. No.
OP1?
No.
It was probably OP1.
I forgot, but we came on a diversity visa because at the time the country didn't have enough Bangladeshis to make up for the census. So they would hand out basically it's called a lottery system, and you hand
OP1.
Okay then,
Sorry,
and you would
sorry.
hand it to different countries of
Listen,
different
my dad
minorities.
would not shut up about those words because he would constantly try to remind me of how much my mother owes him for bringing her to America. So OP1 are those three numeral or whatever you want to call them
Acronyms, or
that acronym is stuck in my head.
so honestly, I came to this country and I was learning.
I don't feel like they were just given to every single Bengali that ever applied.
I don't know.
I've never heard of somebody getting denied for it.
I don't know, but so okay,
They wanted brown people, and they got brown people, and now they don't want brown people.
okay.
America.
So it was really interesting growing up because here I am, you know, and back home, you know, we learned, you know, here kids don't learn how to speak until they're like what 4 or 5 or whatever.
Something like that.
But back home, kids are like in Bengali we say fakna, like it means like they're ripe. That sounds gross.
Yeah, can we not?
Yeah, it sounds super fucking gross.
Kids are
But
right.
basically, kids they learn to speak from a really young age. Like there'll be one.
Man, I know another group of people that say kids are right.
Can we not? So kids back home, they learn to speak at a really young age. They'll form sentences like at 1.5 years old. So obviously, when I came here, you know, I could speak Bangla and everything like that. But at the same time, you know, I came here and my parents made me start doing Fora, like basically Arabic school, like Sunday school stuff. So I was learning Arabic, at the same time I was learning Bangla, and I haven't started school yet. So I always tell people that English technically is my third language because I didn't start learning English until I hit kindergarten. But anyways, so we grew up in Hamtramck, and I lived in Hamtramck about 18 years of my life. And I remember so much from back then that like it kind of like it hits you in a weird it's like I know they call it nostalgia, but like it hits you in a way where it's like, yeah, I remember when times were like that, but do I really wish it was like that still? And the answer is obviously is no, because
Unless you were part of the privileged. Like if you were white.
oh my
Everything
God.
was better when you were in the past.
Jesus.
What?
But anyways,
Listen, man, I gotta take every crack I can at my colonizers.
But anyways, I remember back then, like, we had moved a few times until we finally bought our first house. And it was right next to a Farmer Jack, which doesn't exist anymore. And I remember we bought the house for like $55,000. And it was it was owned by an old white Polish lady, you know, and we were super happy. And I remember like me and my older brother and my younger sibling who was a baby at the time, you know, inside that house. He was the first American born in the family, by the way.
And I was the firstborn in mine. Well, go on.
Yeah, so we had a lot of memories growing up in that house. But I remember, like, we couldn't even go to Walmart. We couldn't go to the mall. We couldn't go to any stores.
Wait, why though?
Growing up because my dad was constantly working. He was working overtime every week, and like
yeah, man, you know the hustle was real.
Yeah,
as toxic as I might have mentioned, my
and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? No matter
the hustle was real.
Like my dad was making what $350, $400 every week.
That was a lot of money back then.
I know.
So wait, what years are we talking here?
Like we're talking like 2006, 2004, 2000.
Yeah, no, minimum wage was like what, $6? Not even.
Yeah, but still, like he was grinding his ass off just to make that amount of money, and despite everything, he still somehow managed to save that money and send back home and still take us on vacation. Bro, we went to Bangladesh, we went to Dubai, and we went to England.
Yeah, man, and all it did is cost us of childhood.
Damn, why must you go so dark?
I mean, that's literally what happened, right? We complain about how toxic our parents are and how unloved we felt growing up. But that's why. Because everything that they would have paid into that love would have meant...
Our parents loved us in ways
taking us to places that we wanted to go. But,
These
are things of the dunya. And we must focus on the akhirah. We should build towards the future.
Okay.
And so that's what they did, So they built towards the future. And... that's not a bad cause. It's not, but you have kids with like crippling anxiety and depression, so it's a double-edged sword. You got to pick, you got to choose. And in my case, shit, I'd rather be single and have at least some spending power, than make myself go bankrupt getting married. Honestly, and that's where we're at today as a society.
So you grew up in Hamtramck almost, like it's. Like right in the corner, right?
So I guess it's time for my backstory since he gave his. I was actually born in Queens, New York. Where he said he was from when he got molested. Sorry, dude. It's not funny, but it's just. I'm
not from Queens. My family.
It's funny that he said he's from Queens because I'm actually from Queens. But maybe I should have took your spot. I would have totally rubbed him back. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, bro. How old were you when that happened?
Dude, I was like, I was 23.
23. Oh, you know what? I was definitely in my sexuality at 23. I would have done it.
He would have given a hand job on the...
I wouldn't have given him a hand job. I would have made him fucking uncomfortable. I would have raped him. Borderline raped him. Jesus. It's just like, you know what? You get what you fucking deserve.
God.
New York. Anyway. Oh, man. See, Joker plot. I was just living the Joker life, and that's not an achievement. That's not something to be proud about. Don't you guys start feeling good about that? Being relatable to Joker is not a feat. It is a symptom of just how mentally screwed up you are, which is also not a thing to really parade around. Going back though, I was born in Queens, New York. When I was 4, my parents moved to Michigan, and that's basically where I grew up until last year, 2020.
This bitch left me.
No, I didn't.
You left me.
I left the toxic culture I grew up in.
You left me.
Toxic Desi culture.
You left me.
That was resultant of toxic colonizing from white ancestry. Yeah. Always got to put political commentary in, because fuck you white folks that hate political commentary. What? Nah, man. I gotta make them as comfortable as possible, because shit, the truth hurts, don't it? Well, I mean, we're the ones suffering from it. I'm just saying. I'm the one with crippling anxiety and depression, despite making, almost 6 figures. But, I can't work past that. I can't work past the psychological issues because of what your ancestors did. Anyway, I think I should stop pretending like my audience is white, but I don't know, man. I was like, I feel happy about knowing that whatever few white folks might come up here, there's a certain portion that are going to be able to take what I have to say, because they're not fucked up in the head. But the ones that are fucking in the head like I am, it just makes me laugh that they will get more offended than me, despite how fucky I am too. Yeah. But that's not why we were talking about my childhood. God damn, that ADHD kicks in good.
Yeah, I really do. I'm like, what are you talking about again?
I forgot what we were talking.
So you left Hamtramck.
We were talking about how long I was in Hamtramck for my childhood and shit. So yeah, I did grow up in.
You were kind of in and out, like you were like weaving, because Hamtramck, so Hamtramck is like surrounded by Detroit on all sides.
It's technically Detroit,
but there's
when you hear about Detroit life, it's gonna include some of the stuff that happens in Hamtramck mostly.
Yeah,
more than Warren. I'll tell you that. More than Oakland County. More than your Troy folks. When you hear people say they're from Metro Detroit, don't listen to them. When they say they're from Detroit,
they're not from Detroit.
Yeah, they're not from Detroit.
But the issue here is
I'll catch you in a bit, little buddy.
Okay. The issue is when you are out of state and you go to and you tell somebody or somebody asks you, hey, where are you from? You can't tell them that you're from Hamtramck because they'll be like, what the hell is Hamtramck? So you gotta say you're from Detroit area. Jesus, this is spicy. So Mok's deer went out to go take a shit. Wow, that was loud.
Keep the show going.
Hold on, I'm responding to a bunch of I'm responding back to a bunch of snaps here. I love my friends so much. What are they doing? So anyways, where the fuck did my wine go? So, whenever we get together, we'll try to do these podcasts and whatnot, and we'll call it the Jelly Bellies. Mokti Deer does. Why do I keep? Sorry, I keep ruining your alias. But anyways, Moki will be on. He'll be on his channel whenever he streams games or whatever and stuff like that. And I'll be setting up my live stream soon. My one's called the Butter Tub, I'll talk about the name, the why behind the name once it's up and piloted and everything like that. But I'm super excited for you guys to listen to it. But anyways, so I'm in Texas right now, and my mom 2 days ago asked, like, I always have a luggage in my room ready to go, like it's just empty. It's just always there. And I pack it like once a month because I'm about to go somewhere or travel or something. So I never put it away. It's always in my room. And I get home from work one day and I ask my mom, hey, where did the luggage go? Like it was in my room. And then she has the audacity to say to me, she's like, like English translation. She's like, I cut it up into pieces and I threw it in the garbage. Dog, why the fuck is she so petty? Like, Jesus, like, I'm traveling to see my friends, She hates the fact that I travel, like, once a month or whatever. And to be honest with you, like, I really don't get it because, I'm thankful to God, like, I work a really good job, and I save money while still traveling. Like, I still have active savings, money going towards a savings account. And on top of that, like, I'm like an honor student in an accelerated program at school. It's like I have so many attributes like that I'm thankful for, and like a lot of parents wish the children had. So the fact that I can't do this one thing that I want to do, which is travel as much as I can, just once a month even, and I understand during a pandemic or whatever, but it's always been like this. Growing up, like, I wanted to go see my cousins in New York. Like, I used to travel to New York twice a year, 3 times a year even, just to go chill with them or whatever. Because, they were often busy, so they couldn't really come here. And who the fuck wants to come to Michigan anyways? No offense, Michigan. But, to me, Michigan is, like, cool for, like, outdoorsy stuff like that. But I'm not a country guy, so, it's not... I'm trying to get the hell out of Michigan. And that's probably why I travel so much. But, ooh, my thigh itch. Oh, my God. But... yeah, no, that's why I told you guys, like, time will come and never... Wait. Dog, I meant to say money will come and money will go. Time will only go. Okay?
I must say, my fellow acquaintance, that was quite the exquisite shit.
Fucking hell.
So what were you talking to? You're talking about?
I was talking about how conservative my parents are with my upbringing.
With your upgrade? Oh yeah.
Like, though my parents. Okay, so, no, I was telling them about how.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, man, but you ever just have a really good time taking a shit, and so you get a breath of relief?
Sorry, guys. Like, my thigh itches, and I know this is real ghetto.
That was good.
But.
Oh wait, no touching on stream. That's gonna have to be a rule.
Uh-huh.
It's like no touching on stream because it can quickly get inappropriate.
I was itching my ass.
I can't touch you. I was gonna rub your belly.
Oh,
But
really?
I can't because it's gonna get weird.
Jesus.
And it's like people are gonna be like more. They're gonna want more.
No. No, but I'm just telling them about how, like, my parents are super. My dad, not too much, but my mom is.
Wait, what? Did you just say your mom's more conservative than your dad?
No, I'm talking about when it comes to travel.
With what?
With certain privileges, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like, I remember when I was trying to go to New York, and my mom was like, she looked at my dad. She's like, "Can you control your son?" And he dead ass was like, he wants to go see his uncle. He wants to go see his cousins and live at his uncle's house. Why would I stop him? Like, what's there for me to stop?
Dialogue is very important, kids. If you live in a Desi household, communication's key.
And
I can't talk to my mother in my mother tongue is great. And you know what? We're extremely dysfunctional. But his family and him, they can speak. They know how to talk to each other at least. So
no, the thing is, like,
you're going to see a correlation with that. You know, as the better you can communicate with your parents, the better your relationship's going to be. So
the issue is,
that's a two-way street. Your parents have to try just as hard to try to understand.
The issue is, like, me and my parents, like, the communication is not so good. Like,
stop lecturing the camera.
So basically, like, I always get into defensive mode whenever I speak to my parents.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did. That was revenge.
I know. I low-key wish you had, like, a pot of ink so I could just, like, you know, and then just, like...
A pot of ink?
Yeah, so I could tattoo myself with this.
Just poke a pen.
Because that's how they tattoo, right?
No.
You ever gotten a prison tattoo? Wait, why the fuck am I even asking you that?
Yeah, why are you asking me that?
But a prison tattoo is basically when they take a paper clip and the ink tube of the pen.
So why do you know about this?
You know, just in case I ever get to prison. Like,
you weren't in prison.
No.
Okay. So what made you look into this?
I just know for some reason. I used to watch a lot of prisoners. Like,
were you afraid of going to prison?
No.
Oh. You didn't feel like you were easy food? I always thought I was easy food.
You would drop the soap.
I would drop the soap. I have dropped the soap. Not in prison though, just in my home.
I was saying, you know what? Just be up in front about it. Like, yes, I will be the prison bitch. Just be gentle and use lube.
Like, if I don't want to be the prison bitch.
You would be the prison bitch.
I would be the prison bitch. I'm not denying that. Just I'd rather not be.
Just get it stayed up front.
Yeah, listen,
just
kids, just don't end up in prison, man. It's not that hard. I mean, actually, I take that back. That was extremely...
In America now, it is really
very
easy to get to jail.
economically insensitive of me to say.
Our jail systems in America are privatized,
Listen, kids,
and they want as much money as they can, so they will mass incarcerate people. I'm just telling you.
You grew up in a very poorly funded area like Detroit, I'm not saying this as a collab towards Detroit. The teachers that still teach in Detroit are absolutely great. You know, they need all the support we can give them, but some school districts within Detroit, or you can say the Detroit Public School District, just has not been receiving adequate funding.
Hey, this is really nice. Why don't you wear this?
That's something my sister gave me, and I'm waiting until I actually am more patient before I can wear something that says
Maybe
patience.
it's supposed to give you patience.
We're not doing shirk. Okay,
Jesus.
I'm not going to pretend like this is going to give me special patience powers. Anywho, as I was saying, for you kids coming from those struggling neighborhoods, I know how hard it can get, to make ends meet. And especially when an emergency comes up, you really just got to do something. But try to, and again, that's right coming from me, but you got to really try to avoid going to prison. And I'm not saying that to avoid becoming a prison bitch, just, it just goes downhill from there. Your life doesn't really get much better once you get marked as
the prison
having been in jail or prison.
Oh,
so
never mind. That too. Damn, we got real dark. To be honest with you.
Listen, man, I gotta counteract my shitholeness. I'm over here talking mad trash about white people. Like, I gotta have some redeeming qualities, right?
Okay, so low key, I think in a past life,
I was a real bitch.
I was a BBW.
Oh. See? It all works out.
Like, no, dead ass, seriously. Like, the other day, I was talking to this one of my friends from back in the Willie B days. Willie B is, we call it, there's a hospital from the town that I'm from. It's called William Beaumont Hospital. So we call it Willie B. So one of my friends there, she was a black woman, you know? And she always has these funny, hilarious posts or whatever.
Can you finish this? See, this is why we don't drink wine. Look what we've done. This would be the same ending if it were wine.
So she doesn't. So she always catches me by surprise when I say things like, "Oh, you know, she kind like this lady kind of looks like Loretta Devine," and she's like, How the fuck do you know about Loretta Devine?" I'm like, "Cause she's an amazing, awesome, you know, timeless, you know, black actress," and she's like, "Yeah, but like, you're Indian. I didn't realize, you know." I'm like, I was born a black woman in a past life. Like, I kid you not. In my car, I will be listening to Keisha Cole. I will be listening to Carrie Hilson. Like, old school R&B. Like, you good? Like, old school R&B. And to this day, almost all of my coworkers, bro, what the fuck? It's not a dick.
You
Calm down.
ever suck a bottle? That's the sound it makes.
Jesus. Anyways, so I don't know what it is, but all the black women I've ever encountered in my life at the workplace, any workplace, I get along with them more than anyone else. I'm just gonna say it point blank right there. Like, they have gotten to know me. They get along with me very well. I get along with them very well.
Where are we going with this?
I really, like, I don't believe in reincarnation because that's haram. But I dead ass think that if it were true, I was a BBW in a past life. Because, child, I don't know.
If I lived in a past life, damn, I want to pick somebody who's like just borderline psychotic. Maybe Nikola Tesla.
He's still alive.
Nikola Tesla.
Oh, I'm sorry, no.
What do you think about Elon Musk?
Yeah, fucking
Bro,
Elon Musk. He's ugly.
Are you okay?
No.
You sure you didn't drink some?
I'm good.
Alcohol?
I take that back. He's not ugly. No one's ugly.
Elon Musk is ugly. What are you talking about?
I can't call somebody ugly.
Ugly as fuck.
I can't do that.
Come at me, Elon.
His money takes everything.
Elon, this is a crack at you. If you're probably never gonna see this, but I'm going to top you as the world's biggest shit poster. And I know, like, this is really ripe coming from somebody with a really shit tier podcast, going on right now. But I'm coming for you, and I will take your throne. Anyway,
I love you, Beyonce.
this message is never gonna get to Elon anyway. So
It's never gonna get to.
I just wanted to just put that out there for them. If there ever are memes, this is 20 years from now. If I ever become somebody with a name that people might know, this video will be out there, and they can see just how shitty and controversial I was. And I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm not going to apologize, because 20 years later, this shit's going to be completely different. I'm going to be a different person. And if you can't get over the shit that I've said before, I don't know what to tell you. History fucking sucks. People sucked. Did you see what Capitol Hill, like, what those fuckers at Capitol Hill did? They suck. I didn't kill anyone. And I never encouraged killing anyone. Coming from a Muslim, I just talk mad shit about white folks. Because I really hate everything they've done over the past couple thousand years. And what have they done to fix any of it?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, You got...
The worst part is, let me get at something. Let me get at something here. Who the fuck keeps electing these turtleneck looking, bullfrog looking?
So what we're asking is, who wanted to elect Mitch McConnell and Ted Cruz?
Dude, like, who the fuck keeps telling them to go to top? Who elects them? Bumblefuck Kansas?
I want to just gloat over the fact that Texas, one of the most hardcore or self-proclaimed hardcore states out there, and I can crack at you Texans, I've been here for a year, elects Mr. Top Cuck, Ted Cruz, and they just keep re-electing him.
Why?
Dude's a straight up cuck, and you guys keep electing him.
Like, why?
Like, where's your integrity, yo? I thought
like,
you guys.
What do you think he's gonna do?
I thought Texas was all about like, integrity and shit, and being all hardcore and actually living up to what your heart tells you, not going for cucks. Like, you need to stop using that word. That's horrible.
What the fuck does that mean?
Cuckolding?
Yeah, I don't.
You've never heard of cuckolding?
Like, I know
Somebody who just straight up like is okay with his wife just being like handled by other people.
Oh,
and
God.
see what happened is
That's what that category of
our
word is?
great president was talking mad shit about this man's wife. So it's the equivalent of like saying, Donald Trump wanted to just straight up grab Ted Cruz's wife
by the pussy.
I don't know about all that, but would he do anything about it? And I'm just saying, just the fact that he let the president talk mad shit about his wife suggests that, maybe he actually be a cuck. But to be fair, guys, Ted Cruz isn't a complete shithole. I just see something really adorable. I think this was the guy. If this was Ted Cruz, I don't remember it. I'm pretty sure this was Ted Cruz, but he once got busted for liking a porn star's tweet who resembled his wife. Now, this could be something that his staff might have done accidentally using his account, but I'm just saying, if that really was Ted Cruz, that's kind of adorable, man. Just saying, he actually, that shows some level of appreciation for the woman you're married to. Either that, or I don't know, man, maybe you're just looking for clones. I guess that doesn't really redeem him anyway. Dude's still a straight cuck. I should stop saying that.
Dog,
But yes, that's also what cuckolding is in porn.
I used to wonder what the fuck that was.
Yeah,
that's always old
it's a
people.
kink, man.
It was always old people. That's why I never really watched.
Yeah, because old dudes are like impotent, It's like they want to watch their woman be pleased.
That's why I never watched
and
it.
It's funny because it's like it's a labor of love, but also it's like, do you really want other people to know?
Here's the thing: to each their own.
Like I'm just saying, like keep it in private. Like
to each their own. We're gonna stop it at that. So here's my contingency plan for the next.
I just want to, for the record, to everyone to know I'm a virgin, so I'm in no way superior to any of the things I've said about Ted Cruz.
I want to talk about my plans for this upcoming summer and the contingency plans for it as well. So originally, I want to travel once a month. We're in January right now. I'm here with you. I couldn't have imagined January anything any better. Bitch. Secondly, so I don't have anything planned for February yet. And one of our mutual friends, wants me to travel with him somewhere.
Oh, you mean the fucker with the traveling problems?
Yeah, that. But, but we'll get there when we get there.
Man with cocaine wants other friend to join in on cocaine escapades. What do you guys think is the correct course of action here? Should we join in on the cocaine problems, or should we tell this dude, hey, maybe you should back off on using traveling as a high and actually see a therapist? Remember what I said about that before, guys? Shameless plug. See a therapist today.
Anyways, so March, I've already booked, and we're going to Phoenix for a couple days. I think 5 days. We're also going to Vegas as well with the cousins. So usually we always have a cousins and siblings trip that we meet up. We either meet up in New York or they come here, and last time we did a up north trip in Michigan in a cabin, which is scary as fuck. I don't know why y'all white people love going up north, and it's fucking scary, okay? Because there's the big ass windows on these houses, no fucking shades, and you stare out into the darkness.
Why did I accidentally poke my balls with this?
Dog.
Is this shit gonna come out of my balls?
I wonder, okay, if you were to cut into your scrotum, would blood come out?
I don't know, man. How many of you guys ever I remember reading about some folks getting their zipper caught in their balls before, and I think there was even one story about a dude who just straight up tore into it. I want to know though, like,
is it like fluid?
possible to like rupture it? I don't know. Like, I gotta do some research on that. Let's see. There's some shit where I would like literally just sit here for like 30 minutes just looking up all these articles.
I honestly I get chills thinking about stuff like that because A, like it's just really uncomfortable, and B, like you think about, I know you guys know this. I know you guys fucking know this. You guys, the one guy, one jar.
Wait, what? What is this one guy, one jar thing?
You've never seen one guy, one jar.
No. I don't show me. Don't show me. I don't. It's like guys telling me, oh yeah, you've never seen Tub Girl. I don't need to see this shit.
I've never seen Tub Girl.
You don't need to see Tub Girl. We're gonna leave it at that.
Okay, so there's basically this guy shoves this glass jar up his ass.
Okay.
And it breaks inside of his rectum, and all you see is blood gushing out.
Okay, what the fuck? I don't know which is worse. Tub Girl is basically a girl in a tub who's just shitting out a fountain back under herself.
That's fucking.
It's like diarrhea.
Anyways,
fountain.
Yeah. So like these,
hey man,
you guys,
is such a beautiful place.
No, and what's fucking crazy is that there's porn sites dedicated to shit like this.
Hold on, let me think of a few. I think E-Fucked.
That's the one, bro. That's the
what was
fucking
another
one.
Motherless.
I don't know. I remember one of our friends from back in middle school. I remember we were such bad kids in middle school. We used to watch
Man, look when Lemon Party was the thing. Did you ever get caught by Lemon Party?
No, what the fuck is Lemon Party?
Oh man, Lemon Party was fucking great.
But anyways, so
it was a shock site.
E-Fuck-T. That's the website. That's the website. Okay, and on that website they had shit like, you know, a fucking 2 girls 1 cup. They probably had your bucket thing.
Tub Girl, yeah.
And they also had.
Don't forget the Pain Olympics, guys.
Oh god.
Mutilating your own penis and balls.
Oh my god.
Great stuff.
There was some weird ass kink on there, and then there was also like, what do you call this? Poop stuff.
What do you mean poop stuff?
Like, there's people who have poop
Just
fetishes.
say shit fetish, man.
Yeah, bro, that site. Oh my god.
Like, there's one thing that...
Is it still a thing?
It's one thing to watch really shitty porn, and then it's another thing to watch literal shit porn.
No, I'm about to ask, see if it's still a thing.
Shit porn is a thing. Don't look it up, please.
No, no, please
don't ruin your iPhone history.
No, it's on private mode.
Hey, man, you know...
my god.
What did you look up this time?
My 800-pound life. The real face of incest. Mom's secret recipe.
I'm not looking at that anymore. Who knows, man? Maybe they might see it through the glaze of my eyes and just cancel the stream. Which would be a blessing, honestly, because, you know, I'm getting fucking tired already for streaming.
Oh my god.
So, I got a question. I remember originally when you said you wanted to start the stream, it was supposed to be like 15 minutes long, and it was like, I'm pretty sure we've done well over, let's see, 1 hour and 8 minutes. So, how would you prefer to wrap this up?
What the fuck is going on?
Hey.
Let's...
What?
Should we do another episode tomorrow?
Oh, we can.
If we have time?
I wouldn't mind. Problem is, how do we do this in the future? Well, we can talk about that later, but... You want to keep going with this? Or you want to wrap
No,
up?
let's call it a
It's
night. It's 10:30. So, if you guys really like this, let us know. And
don't forget to like and subscribe. Please don't.
For love
don't.
God. This is not what this channel's for.
Not what my channel is for. This is my... Have you seen the other videos on this channel? This is not a content creation channel. I'm literally just shitposting this podcast just to see what it's like.
Hey, I look...
For all I know, the audio quality is probably shit, and I won't even know. Like, we have like a whole hour of footage, and it's like, oh yeah. Once we get over it, it's like, I realize you probably can't even hear me. And...
Anyways, like I told you guys, I will have my own personal podcast coming through, but every single time that we and him are together, if we link up or whatever,
yeah, and
guaranteed.
I'll probably start one called The Mockery. So we're gonna have our own little studio.
The Mockery, the Butter Tub,
yeah,
Jelly Bellies. Anyways, thank you guys for your time. Sorry, you know what? I'm sorry for wasting your time. To be honest with you,
I'm not sorry. You chose to waste your fucking time. You deserve it, and I thank you for your dedication. To really have absolutely nothing better to do. Shit. You know?
Who knows? Maybe
you're just as worthless as I am.
Next time we'll probably have more fun too because we'll probably be high. But
we'll
see because this is fucking Texas.
And yeah, you guys are going to just watch me.